50 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle, we have arrived in Holsteinborg, a 5,500 inhabitants town and a Danish fort and trading post for 3 centuries. The Greenlandic name is Sissimut, which means residence of the foxhole. The town is a center of the shrimping and shrimp processing industry in Greenland, but tourists love it for the beautiful Danish buildings, some dating back to the 18th century. No, there is not always snow and winter in Greenland. In summer, temperatures can go up to 20 degrees Celsius, in winter down to -40. Greenland stretches 2,600 kilometers from north to south, so the climate is different. Surprisingly, the north gets warmer than the south in summer because of the midnight sun, while in winter the south is warmer. Best travel time is mid-July to early September. We are taking our Zodiacs to visit Disco Island, a large island in Baffin Bay off the west coast of Greenland. Passengers of the Ocean Endeavour, by the way, have to change clothes twice a day, from normal to rubber boots and back again. But on the other hand, this is something most of us don't know anymore: wilderness. In winter, when the sea gets frozen, the Arctic becomes as big as Europe, a vast, extremely scarcely populated land. Here the rabbits get 3 times as big as in Europe, and foxes are just half the size of European ones. So we wondered, are the rabbits chasing the foxes? And the polar bear is real, and it does not make sense to hide. They would smell you in the clear Arctic air up to 10 kilometers, and they would try to eat you in nighttime when you sleep. And despite harsh temperatures, plants manage to survive. this rifle is to protect us from polar bears.
Yeah, it is. It is. We actually call that a shotgun. We have rifles with us, but this one's a shotgun. It's a 12 gauge shotgun pump, and yeah, that's what we use if there's a polar bear that comes around and we need to defend the people. But that's the last resort. What we don't want to do is prevent that, so we're always looking around. And if we see a polar bear around, what we do is we all gather together and we leave. So we're not interrupting him, and so that's our priority for Adventure Canada.
Have you ever experienced a dangerous situation?
Not really, because we're really good at preventing it. So before landing, we all have eyes on the land. Everybody goes on the bridge, and we're all looking with the binoculars, make sure there's nothing. And then once we're on land, we all go around and we go in little nooks and crannies, make sure there's no polar bears. So we do a pretty good job at that, because we don't want to have that situation.
What would you do if you encounter a polar bear without a rifle?
Without a rifle, the best thing to do is to all gather together, and definitely not run, and never run. So you gotta stand your ground and watch at the behavior that the bear is displaying, and yeah, hope for the best.
Keep calm or shout?
You can shout or just wave your arm so you look bigger and he can see you and you know this is a human. And but for sure, not panicking and running. And yes, yeah, okay. Staying together. That's the best. We see a polar bear here is really slim, but it does happen. There was one last year that landed in Greenland, but it got shot. So usually they don't hang around too long on this side of the island.
You are normally a polar bear hunter, right?
No, no, I'm not a polar bear hunter. I'm a traveler.
Just a traveler.
I ski. I
see.
You know, and I write about my experiences.
I see.
I write about the history.
I see.
And yeah, so that's what I do. And I've seen fox traps before, but never in such perfect condition.
How old could this be?
It's hundreds of years old, but it's hard to tell just by looking at it like this whether it's 200 or 600.
Wow.
But it could be 600 years old. I mean, things just do not change around here. You could I have seen stone rings where a family camped for one night and used a circle of stones to weigh down their skin tents.
Wow.
And 1,000 years later, it's still there.
And so you think it's an Inuit trap?
Oh, there's no question it's an Inuit trap. That is how they trapped foxes.
Jerry Kobolenko is a guy mad about the Arctic, and he loves especially Ellesmere Island, very close to the North Pole, right under the lid of our globe. He sleeps in tents even at temperatures of minus 40 degrees, and he told me a story about the gourmet bear. Here it is. On a trip all by himself on Ellesmere Island, he just was about to do his, bathroom deeds when a polar bear appeared out of nowhere. Jerry quickly decided to pull up his jeans because you don't want to meet a bear in your underpants. Then he fired a warning shot. The bear turned around, checked Jerry's sled full of goodies. Jerry fired a second warning shot, so the bear quickly took a goodie and ran away. The polar bear's choice was not the meat on the sled, but some Belgian chocolates. So there are real gourmet bears out there.
they've been gnawing off for the calcium and a little bit of nutrition. There's some Arctic fox dung there.
Is this a young caribou?
No,
or-
that's
the young one.
that's
yeah,
a-
young one there, and there's actually another rib cage just over this little ridge here. This would be an adult. I honestly don't know how old, but that's it looks like what's left of a male rack. So I would say it's a sort of a middle-aged male caribou, probably 6 years old, maybe something like that. I've seen a lot bigger racks than that, but you don't know exactly when it died. My guess is that they probably starved, but because there's 3 of them together, normally if they're wolves or something, they'd only get one.
If you have decided to do this trip too, don't forget to try these northern specialties, and don't forget to try raw narwhal if you can. It tastes delicious like bacon.